Hello, dear parent of the Virgo child. I hope you are all well. I am here to do the June reading for little Virgo. Well, actually, for you, the parent, but for little Virgo or about little Virgo. And yeah, how are you all doing? You know, I have to say the energy here at the end of May is very tough energy. So, dear parent, right now is not a time to be hard on yourself. It's very much about being gentle. Be gentle about your parenting skills. Be gentle about everything and anything going on in your life. We have Saturn that just went retrograde and will be retrograde in Aquarius for about 4 months. And then we have this eclipse that just happened in the sign of Sagittarius opposite Gemini. And then we have Mercury go retrograde here in the sign of Gemini with the North Node right there, along with a square to Neptune during June. In other words, what this all translates into is a whole lot of changes going on in people's lives right now. There are people who are moving, changes that are happening out of the blue because there's also a Uranus square happening. Relationships are breaking up. People are moving away. There's just so much going on. So, dear parent, just be gentle with yourself. A lot of this energy is going to go well in through about June 7th. I'm sorry, not June 7th, July 7th, with that Mercury. That's when Mercury comes out of its final station shadow. So, anyhow, that's all I have for astrology today, but I just wanted to make sure for any of you who are feeling a little bit discombobulated or just a little bit out of sorts, that is why, because there's a bit of a it show happening. SHIT is what I meant to say, but in case some of you are listening with your children. Okay, so let's get started here. So for Virgo, month of June. So Virgo has the Page of Wands and the Three of Coins. This is beautiful. This is about new friendships happening here. There's a need that little Virgo has come into here with this energy to collaborate with the Three of Coins. So you're going to notice a little bit more effort and a bit more want from your little Virgo in terms of wanting to be with other people more than usual. And it's not just about hanging out with people, it's very productive. And of course, this is going to vary depending on the age of your little Virgo, right? But it's also paired with the Page of Wands. So this is about exploring a new way of doing things with his or her physicality and physical ability and talents, right? But it's something that gets explored because of the collaboration or playtime that they're spending with others. So this is especially an important month for little Virgo to be around others because there's something about the diversity in other people, their knowledge, their skill sets, how they play, what they talk about. There's something about that that's really going to be a teachable moment. And of course, every moment is a teachable moment. I'm aware of that. But here in June, there's an emphasis. There's a stronger emphasis here that there's something quite beautiful that little Virgo is going to come into knowledge about himself or herself. Okay, so let's see if there's any potential issues here or conflict or challenges. Okay. Okay, yeah. So there's a need here for balancing. There's new knowledge coming in with the Temperance, and then there's the Eight of Cups. So there's a walking away here from something. You know, this could also just be that this feeling of sadness of the Eight of Cups rooted here under the Temperance could be, you know, many children are going into summer school, right, or summer vacation. So the conflict could be that he or she is very much craving this, but at the same time, while new relationships are forming, there is a walking away from the current ones or previous relationships or friendships. There's something here about moving away or being at a distance from someone or something and it causing some form of feeling isolated and sad potentially. So that could be a little bit of the challenge that comes into play here. But this challenge can also be what brings in this new need and want for collaboration. So it could be depending on when, your little one is on, depending on where you are in the world, right? Because every school system is different depending on where you live. So if you are one of the ones who is on vacation in June, potentially that sadness is what's going to bring them into this other energy that's going to teach them something new about them, because they're now being forced to spend time with kiddos that they wouldn't normally spend time with. Because the temperance shows up here as well. So there's something about there's a learning experience here that is coming to an end. So it could be school, right? So temperance could be representative of the current education, the place that your child currently goes to school or goes to learn, whether that's at home or in whatever way that is. There's a moving away from that and a bit of sadness because of that comes with it. Okay, so just be aware that if you notice your little Virgo kind of vacillating between wanting to be alone, feeling sad, but then needing to be with others, you're going to see a little bit of that going back and forth, because he or she is working on regulating himself here, right? That's also the temperance, which is beautiful to see, because that's also a talent and an ability that little Virgo's learning to do. Little Virgo's learning how to regulate herself or himself here. So that's really precious. Okay, so let's move on to what you can do to help out here, dear parent. Repeating. So we're repeating. So Three of Pentacles is the same card here. Three of Coins is actually the Three of Pentacles. So what this is saying is that you have the power to facilitate these gatherings with others who are different than them, right? Or friends who maybe usually they see at school. Maybe you can bring them over to your home and or meet them at the park or meet them somewhere. Facilitate opportunities for your little ones to collaborate with others during this break or this time away from their usuals, right? And also, this is about having fun and exploring. So what you can do to balance out this other challenging energy is basically go have fun. This is what this is. And this is also sometimes the sun comes up when the vacation is needed, like a vacation somewhere that's summery, tropical, where you can literally go get some sunlight. But there is a need here to go out and explore and allow little Virgo to be himself or herself. But this allowing or this expression of self is really going to come through the working teammate energy with others. So here you have the power to facilitate that. You can even maybe host a class or something where an instructor or someone comes in and helps your little one along with children. This can play out in so many different ways, but you have the power here to balance this energy of feeling isolated. Bottom line here, dear parent, for Virgo in June, it's going to be very important that they spend time with others that they potentially are not used to spending time with, because that's what's going to feed this growth that's coming for them in June. Okay, I hope that made sense. Now let's move on and see if there is a final card of advice that wants to come out here for you. For a little, yeah, Two of Pentacles. So that's all about working on self-value system, right? So this collaboration with kiddos here, with other kiddos, is also not only going to help this energy here about their self-worth and abilities, it's also going to really help them figure out and balance themselves in terms of who they are, because this energy here is very similar to the temperance as well, right? It's about balancing our ideals, who we are, what we want versus what we need, who we want to hang out with versus what we can't do, or what we can't do versus what we can do. But the crux of it is self-worth and value. So something about this, again, this is just an encouragement and enunciation, if you will, or repeating message that this element of being with others who are different is going to feed into not only their self-growth, but feed into more of their own value system and self-worth and self-esteem. Beautiful reading. Okay, dear parent, thank you so much again for being here. And remember, be gentle with yourself here in June, July, as we get through these chaotic energies that we are all experiencing. And remember that your children can feel your energies and your stresses as well. But I know I don't need to tell you that. You're the parent. I'm just a messenger here, dear loves. Okay, so I'll see you back here in July. And remember, if you have not done so already, please subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye.